You're listening to the Mike and Josh show here on YouTube. We were having our webisodes on Facebook, but they're starting to get a little longer and that don't work. So YouTube is our new home. We'll have links on our Facebook. But yeah, we'll have the links to the YouTube stuff on our Facebook. We'll also have YouTube only content.
So basically don't forget to check out our U-Book.
U-Book, yeah. But also stay tuned on the Facebook because we'll have different events and sayings and crazy stuff and everything in between.
Lots of crazy stuff.
I think. I did. I know I did. I put. I was picking my nose one time and I looked at it and it looked like it had a face and I asked if maybe I could sell it on eBay.
That's sick.
But
the sad part is you probably could.
It looked like it was talking back at me.
No, I was going to ask what would it say, but kind of scared to ask.
Oh, that's probably a dark, nasty place up there.
Yeah. Speaking of dark, nasty places.
Uh-oh. Where are you going?
I'm not going to say that. How about... Never mind.
Well, this is YouTube, and it's wide open. It's not like we're on the radio.
It is wide open. Well, I was just going to talk about Fitzgerald, but I didn't want to cut it down.
Well, that's not dark, nasty place.
I was trying to cut it down.
That's
really
a bad segue, Josh.
Well, maybe certain parts.
Yeah.
If you're maybe down by the tree, if you know what the tree is, Fitzgerald.
That is a bad place.
Yeah. But
according to which end of the spectrum you're on.
Exactly.
Now, if you're actually buying, then that's a good place.
Oh yeah, buying or selling.
We're selling, yeah. Which neither one of us do.
I don't buy or sell.
Yeah. You don't do your own stash, huh?
I do mine online. It's a lot easier.
Online, yeah. Technologically
advanced. That's me.
So what do you sell online? Cougar dates?
Books about cougar dates.
That's right. How's your book coming along?
It's going good. It's basically finished. It's just still going back through and editing since I'm not the greatest. I wasn't really good at English in high school.
I'm not good at English now.
I mean, neither. I speak it as a first language, but I ain't that great at it.
I speak great Southern.
Very good. It's flawless, actually. But now it's coming along. Hopefully, within the next 6 to 8 weeks, it'll be available.
Cool.
But going back to Fitzgerald, most people have heard we finally, since January of 1969, we have a new mayor.
The winter of '69.
Ooh, that's hot.
I know. I got singing skills.
But Mark Massey is now the new mayor, and I think we've talked about it before. Maybe now we can get some stuff done. Got some new people on the city council, new people on the Chamber of Commerce, and a few other things. We'll see what happens.
Preferably more change, more jobs.
Now, do you refer to change as in what Obama wanted to do?
No, because I didn't like that change.
Yeah.
But although our friend that you were debating, he put up a thing the other day, a picture, and he said all the Obama haters that they need to look at this picture. So I looked at it, which I really don't hate the man. I just don't like what he's doing. But it was.
I don't hate him. I just dislike him in every way.
Yeah, cool. So. But it was talking about Obamacare. And they said this lady, she didn't have no insurance, no job, no nothing like that. But if it wasn't for Obamacare, she wouldn't have been alive today.
Can I just sound really cruel and mean right now? Because oh my God, do we have to go here?
Let's go.
We're about to go. Okay, this is the problem with liberals in America. They use sad stories to make everyone feel bad, so they can push all their little agenda on everyone. You know what? I'm sorry if you don't have health care. I'm definitely positive that all throughout the rest of the time before now, no one had health care.
Right.
And now since it was created and you can purchase health care, well, now the people that can afford it, it's like, this ain't fair. I'm not equal to everybody because I can't have health care. So what am I supposed to do? The government should give it to me, but how are they going to give it to me? They're going to use people's tax money to pay for it, but where's the taxes come from? The people that actually work and make money, they're the ones that the taxes comes from.
Or government money that the government don't have.
So now those people that can't afford it, and yet it's sad. But at one point or another, you have to ask yourself, where do you draw the line? You have to draw the line somewhere, or we will continue to go broke as we are currently
now
doing. Well, we are broke. I mean, good God. Obama just asked to raise the debt ceiling another $1.2 trillion. Usually, if you're $15 trillion in debt, you're like, how do I get out of debt? Instead, this guy's like, hey, can we allow for another $1.2 trillion? Because I got a few more things. I got to play golf and a few other things real quick.
I wish my bank would do that.
Yeah, it's like, hey, Michael, I noticed you got like 3 houses that you're not paying on right now, but we want to give you another $200,000 worth of credit. You can come borrow. I mean, how dumb is that? You know, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's sad if someone doesn't have health care, or that they may have a bad illness, whatever. But
what's that, like, prolong the inevitable? I mean, if you're going to go bankrupt, you might as well go bankrupt now.
Yeah, that's.
Of course, we don't want the U.S. to go bankrupt.
I know this sounds just harsh and cruel because we live in this age where you have to, like, you know, you can't say things that offend people. You can't do things that offend people. No one wants to be offended because it's just like it's like a sin almost now. It's like, oh my God, I like to wear red shirts, and that person says that red is bad.
And I'd wear a whole red suit then. I look like Santa Claus in summertime.
But that's the way people are. It's like, well, don't. I mean, they're trying to, even like in the schools, they're trying to make kids now where, like, there's some boys out west, I forget what state, but they wore on, it's like senior picture day, they wore plain white T-shirts to school because they all wanted to have, like, it's their little group. Like, there's some jocks that wore their jerseys. There's, like, this other group that wore this. People all wearing matching clothes to take pictures with.
Yeah.
They wore white T-shirts. They got suspended from school because of racism.
Wearing a white T-shirt.
Yeah, because it was going to offend African Americans.
Was it Casper Gang or something?
I have no idea. But it was so, but that's just an example. I mean, everyone can be offended, and now it basically comes down, like I said earlier, the word equal. We have to be equal racially. They want us to be equal economically, healthcare wise. We have to be equal. I'm sorry, but you get what you pay for. If you
get what you work for.
Work for it too. If you got enough money to afford a really great healthcare package, then it's your right to have the very best healthcare. But you know what? If all you've wanted to do your whole life is work at a fast food restaurant and never try to make anything yourself, and you can't afford nothing but what the government offers you, then that's all you get.
Yep. And there's a lot of programs that the same government has to help improve your life as far as school and college and programs, and you know, you can better yourself from there. I'm going to college now, and I've got student loans, but then there's grants teach grants that I have as a teacher, that if I teach at underprivileged school, which at the moment Fitzgerald, Ben Hill County is.
It's sad.
Yeah, and if I teach for 4 years, then they, you know, pay for my schooling, or at least part of it. You know, because a lot of times people get out of school and they got a pile of student loans.
Oh, yeah.
But that's a program that our government has, and I am bettering myself, not only what doors I've kicked open, but what doors that I can study for to open up in the future.
Well, and I don't know how we got on politics so quick. You said something that got me carried away. But just going back real quick, back to the healthcare thing. This is where people understand about capitalism. If the government would take their little sticky fingers in their hands out of the whole system, stop regulating everything so much. Yeah, I understand you got to regulate like medicine and stuff. You got to make sure there ain't stuff being sold, you know, that don't really do any good, and you got to make sure that people are allowed to have this, have that. But as far as just the like healthcare, like insurance companies that are selling the healthcare packages, if you would just stand back and be like, hey, let them compete. What happened in the gas wars? That was the 70s or 80s, whatever.
Yeah.
They had the gas wars. Prices went down because people were competing against each other. If you would let people compete, they were low. The price would naturally come down, and everyone will win. The companies are still making money, but at the same time, even people that are poor have the chance of purchasing health insurance. But now the way they make it, you let the government put their hands into it completely, and they say, hey, well, everyone's going to just pay, or well, some people's going to pay taxes, and we're going to take that tax money and offer everyone health insurance. It's just like Social Security. Everybody doesn't pay in. If you're on unemployment, if you're on welfare, you don't actually work a job, well, you're not putting any money towards Social Security, but whenever you reach that certain age, you can start drawing it. And that it's not fair, but people say it's fair because everyone has to be equal. I'm sorry. We're not all equal. No. We're born with the same equal opportunity, but what you do with it is your own fault.
I'm 300 pounds and you're not.
I'm close, but about 50 pounds from it. Exactly.
But I'm I want to work for what I get, and that's the bottom line for me. I don't. If you, like you said, if you just keep on taking, eventually.
I mean, yes. There's a climax to everything.
Huh.
Sooner or later, we're gonna reach a point where, we have so much debt now. You keep piling on more and more debt. We only have one source of revenue, basically, as a country. That's taxes. That's where the government gets their money. But instead, they keep coming up with this program and that program, and they have that same amount of money coming in, but it's having to be spread across more and more programs. And eventually, and at the same time, some of these programs actually hurt the businesses that the taxes are coming from. So over time, we're going to cause ourselves to take in less money in taxes and somehow have to pay for more and more programs.
That's why I think Donald Trump would have been a good president.
Well, this is what we need to do. We need to
that was actually pretty good. Yeah. You're fired.
You got to talk with your lips like pursed up a little bit. Oh, Donald.
I mean, he's been bankrupt, what, 9,000 times?
Something like that. Yeah. He keeps bouncing back.
Yeah. He could do that for us, for the country. He could just put us in bankruptcy and make us rich.
Yeah.
Well, we got into politics. We was going to goof off today.
I was planning on not getting any political at all, but
I got you fired up.
Good job, Mike.
Well, today is January 1st, 2012.
We only have 11 months and 20 days to the end of the world.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
December 21st, y'all.
I like that movie.
It's going to be over.
That was a good movie.
Was it? I need to go back and watch it again. It's been a while.
You might need to know where you need to go. Like what part of the world was like.
Now, all we're supposed to be like saved in these really big, like advanced ships or something that they have.
Yeah. I
gotta move to more mountainous area.
But see, part of the country wasn't really touched that much.
True.
Fitzgerald might have beachfront property. Florida's going to be gone.
We may profit from the end of the world.
Yeah. I'm trying to peg it right now.
We're going to move Hilton Head Island to Ben Hill County.
Yeah. So 12. What did you say? 12.
December 21st.
12/21/12.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, you know what I say about that?
I really think they should at least pick 12/12/12. Yeah. I mean.
Well, the 11/11/11 didn't work.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
How many times was the world supposed to end?
There was some stuff back before we were born.
Oh, yeah.
Like in the 80s.
Could you imagine what people thought during like World War II and the Great Depression and all? I bet there's people screaming left and right, that's the end of the world.
Yeah. Well, any major catastrophe, I think. They try to. Well, not everybody tries to preach it, but people do. Crazy people.
The atheists don't.
No. But in my studying of the Bible, it says no man knows.
Exactly. So you might not even try to call it.
No. That's it. No man knows. But if it happens, I'm ready.
That's all you got to worry about.
That's right. So what did you do New Year's Eve?
Oh, dear Lord. Well, I continued my awful eating habits.
Yeah, me too.
For one thing. I had a little New Year's Eve party. Went to.
Yeah.
Didn't get carried away. No, nice, clean, fun. Stayed up too late though. Didn't get enough sleep.
I actually went to bed about 11:30. Which for the last couple of years, my New Year's Eve has been on my pillow. Giving my pillow some head.
He went there. Yeah. He just jumped across that line.
No holds bar for me, baby. And it's a soft one too.
Oh, you soft pillow. Yeah. Pillow talk.
Yeah. We went to Argyle. It's over in Homerville. We went to.
Did you take your pillow with you?
No, I left it at home. It was upset.
That's sad.
But we went out there with some friends of ours, and we had hamburgers and sausage, and we actually we was going to go across the Florida line to get some fireworks, and
ooh, you're so bad.
Yeah, I love fireworks, but all the fireworks stands that we come across had the glorified sparklers, which is pretty for kids, and it's got the colors and the it's got some pop to it, but. We ended up going all the way to Jacksonville, and we finally said, you know what, the next stand we go to, we're just going to get some fireworks.
Mm-hmm.
And there was this black gentleman there, and he was selling them. And I, like I told you before, I said, I don't know what made me do it. I said, what else you got? He was like, what do you mean? And I said, I know you got something else. He said,
oh, white man want a big explosion, huh?
Yeah.
Yes.
He wasn't Chinese. Yes. He was black. You did a good Donald Trump. Now do at least a decent black man.
Well, if I did that, it'd just be stereotype because, not all black men speak the same. But I'll do...
He was stereotypical.
How about just the regular old South Georgia guy on the street?
Yeah, okay.
Hey, man, I got what you want, dude. Right in the back, man. What you want, man?
You sound like Boom.
Check it out, dude. Here, I'm gonna pop the trunk. Yeah, man, I got that. I got that. Shoot, man, what you trying to do?
Oh, he did. He popped, well, not his trunk, but his back glass. Hey, what was that? I heard a bird chirp.
I think I did too.
That might be my wife.
Don't worry about it. We'll get it later because it's definitely not important.
Yeah.
Not compared to this, what we're doing.
But
we're changing the world.
Yeah, one firecracker at a time.
One trunk at a time.
But he opened up his back glass on his it was like an Explorer, and man, he had black cats and cherry bombs and Roman candles and some kind of big box thing that just shot. I mean, 32 different.
Know what
we're making all kinds of sound effects out here.
Was that the mic?
Yeah.
Mine don't do it.
But for my New Year's Eve, we bought bootleg firecrackers.
That's a great way to bring in the new year.
Yeah, bootleg.
Hang on.
No, you try.
Oh. I just found a new toy.
We're making funny noises with springs.
Anyway, this is what happens sometimes. You get carried away in the radio in the studio. Don't really know what to do, so you just play with your microphone stand.
Yeah, I do that a lot.
It always goes back.
Okay.
Stop. Oh, hey, Frank.
Oh, I got to adjust it. That's for Frank Speedman. How you doing?
Good morning.
Did you get that coffee ready?
No coffee today. No.
Oh, okay.
No.
All right.
I will go to KFC. I'll be right back.
KFC. They don't have coffee, do they?
All right, Frank.
Does KFC got coffee?
Frank's retarded. He don't know what's going on.
I'm playing with my mic stand again.
You just never know. You never know what's going to happen.
But with the firecrackers, I ended up throwing them at people.
There you go. You exploded into a new year.
That's right. I
made
my best friend. I made my wife's best friend have a heart attack. I made her mama have a heart attack.
Mm-hmm.
I made my sister have a heart. I was just throwing firecrackers at everybody.
There you go.
Yeah. If I had them here and could do it, I'd have thrown them at you.
I'd have thrown the mic stand at you.
Really?
So here, play with this some more.
Really? Okay. We might need to go back to politics.
Anyway, so it's a new year. It can be a new you in different ways. You can physically, when it comes to exercise.
There's surgery for that.
Or gyms. You can go to the gym, work out.
Gyms.
It could be a new you spiritually, financially.
You can just quit work and be done with it.
You can become a hobo.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I got a joke, but we can end on this. I've got a great joke, and some of our liberal friends will appreciate it. There's 3 different guys going to a coffee shop. I saw this on Facebook, by the way. First guy, Republican. He walks in. He kind of has like a sprained arm. He walks in, he sits down, and the waiter comes over. He orders a cup of coffee. He says, "Hey, is that Jesus sitting over there?" And he's like, "Yeah." He said, "Well, order him a cup of coffee too." Waiter's like, "Okay." A libertarian comes in, and he's got like a hurt back. He's all hunched over and all. He's in pain. He sits down, orders a cup of coffee. He's like, "Hey," he's like, "Is that Jesus?" The waiter's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Well, order him a cup of coffee. Tell him it's for me." Okay. Democrat comes in on crutches. He goes there, he sits down. He's like, "I need a cup of coffee." Waiter's like, "Okay." He's like, "Oh, dude, is that Jesus over there?" And he's like, "Yeah." "Well, damn, get him one too. I'll order him a cup of coffee too." He's like, "Okay." So on the way out, Jesus walks by the Republican, touches him, and his arm's healed. Feels great. Mm-hmm. He walks by the Libertarian, touches him, his back straightens up immediately. He's sitting up straight. Feels great. It's like a miracle. He walks towards the Democrat. The Democrat says, "Get away from me. I try to collect disability."
I'm almost there. I
don't want to be here. I want to be a victim and collect some money. Oh, my.
Well, as we were saying, the Mike and Josh show, we're moving to YouTube because we're trying to go longer, but we only been like 3 minutes longer than what we usually do. So...
True. But this is just a part.
But anyway,
part
part one.
Oh,
part one. You know, we need to do like a 10-part miniseries or something.
Yeah, we should.
You know,
we should. Call it like CSI.
I can't think of nothing to come with that.
Anyway,
I just want to think.
You just said miniseries, and I just thought of something stupid.
But some of the ideas that me and Josh has been throwing back and forth with this show is not only just our voice, but we think we look good enough to be on camera.
Sound pretty good too.
Yeah. My wife says I'm a stud muffin.
I'm just a muffin. I like muffins.
But we're gonna try to get some podcasts going and get them linked up to iTunes and get some more around town stuff and get involved with the community.
And going back, we've mentioned a few times how we want to help some of the local businesses, and we'll just kind of briefly go over a few of our ideas how to help some of the local businesses. And first and foremost, we have to build this show, the Mike and Josh show. The more followers we can get, the more likes on Facebook, the more views on YouTube. That's what we got to have. We got to make it bigger, because the bigger we are, the more we can help people. And what we've been thinking about is coming up with some like discounted advertising, and not just that, but doing like business highlights weekly, like weekly business highlights. And like you write in, tell us about your show, maybe even give us some pictures and videos, whatever. And, I mean, not this show. Tell us about your business.
Yeah.
And once a week, we want to try to highlight one certain business, and every day we'll put something on our Facebook talking about that business. On our YouTube videos, we want to start creating commercials to put on there, and we can also mention your business during the show. And on top of that, we got a few other things in the works. But for right now, that's kind of the stuff we want to throw out there. And if you're interested, shoot us a message on Facebook, an email, whatever. Give us a call if you know us. And the main thing, we know that this area is hurting bad, and local business, small business, is what drives the economy, and we want to be able to do something to help everyone out. So,
because I've had my own business and it lasted 6 months, It was, man.
Yeah, that's something else we have in common. I also had a business that lasted exactly 6 months from December 04 to May of 05.
Yeah, and that was
a car wash.
And one thing about and I understand everybody that's comfortable with who they are with, and you need to support them too, because they were doing bad. You hear of some of the long-term businesses.
Yeah.
Jenny K's, which I think she might have had some health problems, but she was kind of hurting there for a while too, and she's been around for a while.
Yeah. Well, I closed mine down to go work at Delphi. So
yeah.
I was like, you know what, I could keep washing cars and murdering myself in the wet cold, or
and then the national
could make really good money.
Then the national economy shut that one down.
Oh yeah, so, then that lasted about a year or so, and Delphi went bankrupt and went under.
But again, that's some of the ideas that we have for our community, and not only Fitzgerald, but we're wanting to reach out. Of course, YouTube and all that's worldwide. So, but you got Fitzgerald, Ben Hill County, you got Tift County, you got Wilcox County, you got just wherever you can hear my voice, that's where we want to be. And right now, if you're listening to it on Facebook or YouTube, baby, that's worldwide.
We are worldwide.
We're so good, we're worldwide.
That's right. Make sure it's
like Pitbull, we were Mr. Worldwide.
You ain't gotta tell nobody; they already know. Oh